Hello everybody and welcome to WOR. Sorry about that. Let's try that again, shall we? Hello everyone and welcome to WOR Tier 10. We are at Brazil for today's race. We have a title showdown on, I think it's between Fresh, Mazepin and I forgot who the other driver was now. That is maybe in a silly bitty fan. So that is not very good. Can you... Is the audio all okay on the stream, guys? Just asking. Oh, actually, I just heard it is, so that is a good test. No, because for some reason my party overlay is not coming on for when I speak. So I did not know if I was speaking or not. So, if we now put on everything. And drivers are starting their laps. We have Sideshow Samuel, who started off last week around Silverstone first. Starts Brazil first, but invalidates straight away at turn 2. We have XAG Syndicate behind him. He's on a flying lap. He's at 69 in the first sector. Oh, he's got a bit on the curb, going a bit wide, having to correct the rear there, managing to keep it and keep that lap validated. Sideshow Samuel not seeming to be letting Syndicate by here. Don't know what this is for. It could be classed as blocking, because it could technically actually give him a bit of dirty air here for the Red Bull. Obviously, Samuel still going for... Oh, and he spun this... Oh, and that's really ruined Syndicate's lap. Oh, that was going so well. And it ends off like that. So we have... Oh, it was... Frosty coming into the final braking zone, a 51.2 in the middle sector. Not too bad on these soft compounded tyres. So some drivers going for the softs. Only 5 of them so far, and everyone else on the medium compound. So coming up to the line, what will this be for Mr. Frosty? It's provisional pole, of course. It's a 1:07.825, a very respectable lap time there for the Williams driver. We have an Alfa Romeo coming to the line. It is Origin Finn. Finn, will he keep it tight? Yes, he does. Oh no, he actually goes out a bit wider because he's starting a new lap. I did not see that. I did not realise what time he was on. As we have Fresh going up into P2, a 108.1 on the medium compound of tyres. Then Liam Hammond instantly a 107.8 up into P2. With Rambo now going up to P3 with a 7.9. Times flooding in now as everyone is fighting for the same part of the track. With Mazepin, who won last time out, I want to say, coming round up the straights. A 1:07.948 puts him up into P3 ahead of Rambo. So I'll now have a look at the championship permutations as that's Liam Hammond, who is in P2 sliding across the track. Mr. Frost. No, he's not on another lap. What about Corrigan? Corrigan now on a lap. What will this be for the Mercedes driver? He's lining himself up. He doesn't go. I've noticed a few drivers aren't going tight to the inside. Not the best lap. Rolling up, find championship. So Fresh is on 146 points, followed by Rambo on 134 and Mazepin on 124. So Mazepin needs a win, and the other two not to finish, or not score, should I say? I think that was Mr. Blue Sky going up into P7. It was a very slow lap in the softs actually compared to Mr. Frosty. as Syndicate now out on another set of softs on a lap, going into turn 4, gets so much. Oh. For some reason, my party just decided to die. Oh my god, and Chelsea are 1-0 down to Leicester. So, as we go back on board with Syndicate, Origin Finn goes provisional P1 with a 1:07.7 on the soft compounder tyres. We'll go back down to Syndicate, who sets up 51.0, but makes a mistake into the final corner. That has surely ruined his lap time. And it has. Unfortunato for the Red Bull, but he's going to go up to the line anyway. Will this be for the Red Bull? A 1:09.1 puts in P11. Of course, this is the final WR Tier 10 race before the next game, the new generation of cars, of course. So that will be interesting to see. As all the drivers now, most of them in the pit lane. With Finn did that 2 lap old soft, because of course the extra lap comes into play once you completed it. So, is Mazepin on a lap? I don't know, we can only check by the final, the middle sector split very soon. Yeah. And also, again, I said this last week, good luck for the people going into the GCSE exams. As Mazepin backs off from the race. Not the race, from his qualifying lap. With Mr. Frosty on a lap. Of course, he was on provisional pole for quite a while, due to him being the first driver on the softs. And the only driver to beat him so far. Not that far up the road if we go off how qualifying looks like. So, not even a 10th separate the top 2 with 10 minutes remaining. Oh, and Liam Hammond, sorry. I think he's very, very close. Same with Mazepin, who set his time on the mediums. So, 4 drivers separated just above a 10th. We have Mr. Frosty up by 2 tenths, pretty much up by 1/10. So, as Finn goes even quicker with a 1:07.3 on 5 whole softs. Those are surely gonna die. As Mr. Frosty comes across the line to set a 1:07.6. Those softs are probably so dead right now. They're probably on about 20% wear. And that would be quite bad for his race strategy if he cannot get another lap in. We have second place in the championship, Rambo, 1/10 up on his lap, missing the final apex of the lap. Will he keep it tight to the line? That is the question. Opening up the DRS, as it seems that the Red Bull in front of him is starting his lap. Across the line, Rambo goes up into P5 at 1:07.854, so that makes it 5 cars that are not even separated by a 10th. But look at this, fresh, up by 0.07 of a second in the first sector. Going up the hill into the long right-handed double apex, really. You never realise it, but it is a double apex corner. Into the twistiest part of the circuit. Another long corner. This part of the track does kill your tyres because there are many long corners. Some of them may look like they're going to be short, but again, the car just has to be dragged, go so slow through them, it's dragged out wide. And Fresh is up by 0.8 of a second, hitting the final apex very nicely. This could be a provisional pole for the Hash driver and can cement his championship lead so far. So coming up across the line, what has been from Fresh? It's a 1:07.177. A very good lap there from the Hash driver, puts him on provisional pole, and we could see him take the championship today. Liam Hammond on the... no, he's backed off. Matty on the lap now. Up by a 10th in the first sector. Excuse me. Whoa. don't get. I always do on during qualifying. I have no idea why, even though it's very exciting sometimes. So Matty, Mr. Frosty is retired from the session. That was in the pit lane, but obviously thinking he can't go any faster on his lap. So Matty up by 0.8 of a second, just like Fresh. He could be, but he's invalidated at the final corner. Is he going to carry on and see what this could have been? I think he might be. Yes, he is. He's going to see what this could have been. What could it have been? As I think that was Castro going up into P7. I didn't see what it was. It was a 7.3. That would have put him in P3. 7.3 puts him in P3. So we have Mazepin on a lap. He's up by 0.9 of a second. We could see the first driver into the sixes with 6 minutes to go. In fact, DRS open, keeping it tight to the inside. You don't want to go too far wide or you lose the speed. As he was up by a second, Mazepin sets a 1 minute 6.815. A brilliant lap there from the McLaren. Obviously still in the championship fight, but needs a miracle to win the championship. Ian Hammond on the lap. He's up by 0.6 of a second. Could we see another driver topple Fresh is time? So keeping it tight through this whole final section of the lap. Of course, don't want to scrub off too much speed and take the longer way across the line. It's a 1 minute 7.0 for the Ferrari. So another driver toppling Fresh is time. Some drivers 5 minutes in the pit lane. With Corrigan on the lap, he's up by 1.3 seconds. This would be a high 7 as it stands, but it all depends on how his final corners. It seemed quite nice. It seemed very good. So open up the DRS. What will this be for the Mercedes driver? A 1 minute 7.6 puts him up into P6. Very respectable lap time there for the Mercedes. Everyone, it seems, is in the pits or finishing their in laps. Orange and Finn was on the lap but invalidated, so he could be going again now actually. Yes, he is. So we have Corrigan probably coming to the pit lane. Liam Hammond obviously coming into pit lane after running out of fuel, it seems. So we'll go on board with Finn for a lap of the Interlagos circuit. So he's going to have to open up the DRS now, going down this straight after the first 3 corners of the track into turn 4, down by 12 milliseconds, getting it very nicely done through there, hitting the apex, using all the room on the exit into the long right. Very good corner, maybe a bit wide on. He's invalidated his lap time. I don't know how much he was up by, if he gained any time in fact, but has made that mistake and is now just a bit angry with himself, it seems. With Fresh on a outlap or championship leader in P3 so far. As in past, the Red Bull of Hammy. So we have Fresh driving around this Interlagos circuit where Hamilton came from last to first in the sprint race and the real race in 2021. Into turn 1, very nice through there, hitting the apex. Again, hitting the apex all so nicely, but a little bit of a drift coming out of turn 2 could have cost him a bit of time. So going down into turn 4, he's up by 0.06 of a second at the end of sector 1. Obviously, we've still got so much of the track to go, and that's not the real time where you can gain the amount of time back. It is through this section of the track. You've got to be so brave on the brakes and on the power. You cannot risk dropping the rear at all though. It's a risk versus reward track. So now into the Albon Hamilton corner. We all know what happened here in 2019 through the long left-hander. Is that Glock going slowly? We could see that today. He's up, but he lost a bit of time. 9 thousandths he's up on his lap. So surely he will not go higher than his position right now. But did he make a mistake in the final corner of his actual lap? So across the line, what this be? A 1 minute 7.134, and only a 400th of a second improvement for the Haas. As Mazepin's on the lap, so we'll go on board with him now. He's invalidated. Luckily, there is a lot of time left for him to go again, but he's still pushing, I think. Don't have the ERS, mate. He's fresh on another lap. No, he's backed off, maybe preparing himself for another run. So we will go on board with oh, excuse me. With no, he's coming to the pit lane. Why has he done that? So that's the end of Mazepin's session. He probably wouldn't. That probably won't get toppled just yet. As actually Rambo has set a purple sector 1. So we'll keep on board with the Aston Martin driver. Will he be able to beat Mazepin's lap? So through the middle sector, getting the car stopped very nicely, and using the car's rotation on the curbs as best as possible, and hitting the apexes, of course, very nicely. So through the long left-hander, this is where you can lose a lot of time due to your tyres overheating. He's up by 0.8 of a second. He's got a very nice final corner as well. We could see Mazepin's time get beaten as he's coming up to the line now. What will this be for the Aston Martin? Will it be P1? Will it be P2? Across the line, it's P1! A 1 minute 6.677, up by 1.1 seconds. And this could be pole for the guy in the championship fight for Rambo. Liam Hammond, I think, is on a lap. He's up by 0.2 of a second. He could maybe beat Mazepin's time as well here. He comes across the line. He has beat it only just, but he still beat Mazepin's lap. Liam Hammond moves up to P2. Mazepin's time slowly falling. Who's going to be next across the line? One of the Red Bulls. Hammy's invalidated. He was up by 0.7. We'll go on board with his teammate though. XAG Syndicate. Down by 0.4 though. Who is on a lap? Hammy is the best. It has retired from the session. We have Matty now coming up to the final corner. Sideshow Samuel's invalidated. He's up by 0.8 of a second, is Matty. He could be in a fight for the top 5 if he gets a nice final corner, which he sort of did, a bit loose on the exit. Coming up to the line now. What will this be for the Mercedes? It's a 1 minute 7.2. Puts him in P5. And that surely is the end of your qualifying session. And it is. So your order from qualifying was it's GRT Rambo. Sorry, it's ETE Rambo. Followed by Liam Hammond, then Mazepin. We'll then go to the rest of the grid once we load the qualifying leaderboard up. So, your qualifying order: Rambo on pole, Liam Hammond 2nd, Mazepin 3rd, Fresh 4th, Matty 5th, Finn 6th, Corrigan 7th, Frosty 8th, Castro 9th, Hammy the best is best 10th, Sideshow Samuel 11th, Syndicate 12th, and Mr. Blue Sky down in 13th. As we are now heading into the race, where all can be lost, all can be won. as we are readying up for the race. It's overcast, so that could mean rain coming near the end of the race. As we'll see what tyres everyone is on outside the top 10. It is the mediums. And even Hammy making it onto the mediums. So it's the formation lap starts now. Rambo leading the way. Will anyone play any mind games and slow down a lot more? That is the question. Well, it's very close in the relegation race in the Premier League. All Burnley need to do is get a win against Aston Villa. They jump 2 points clear of Everton at the minute. As we are lining up, about to line up on the grid, Rambo about to get taken over by AI, but look how far back Mr. Blue Sky is. He's going to be waiting for quite a while as Liam Hammond overtakes Aston Martin. So he's going to be lining up on the grid for a really long time. As all the drivers lining up, Mr. Blue Sky now appearing into shot at the back, lining up on his grid spot. Now as we keep flickering, let's try and get a good camera angle. As here we go, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and we are racing in Brazil. Go, go, go! It seems Rambo got a very good start off the line. I thought that was raining, but it was the railings. As Mazepin and Mazepin nearly gets spun. Oh, and Fresh has been spun. Fresh is spinning down the order from contact with Mazepin, who made contact with Liam Hammond. He is okay though. He's out of the not in the wall. He's not out of this race just yet. As Origin Finn getting past Matty, and that could allow Mr. Frosty to get the Mercedes as well. 2 places lost there for the Mercedes. As we have this massive battle behind us. Sideshow Samuel goes very slow through that long right hand, but it seems there's a bit of damage, and Fresh going into the back of Castro, but sending it down the inside, getting the move done. Oh, and that's Mr. Blue Sky who gets hit by who hits Samuel, and nearly collects a bit Fresh, but hopefully he does not have wing damage for the championship conversation. Let's look at Rambo, a 6/10th lead already. As look, Fresh has got past Slideshow Samuel. Samuel's fighting back for some reason. He's got wing damage. Just Fresh has got wing damage. Oh dear, Fresh getting wing damage. He now has to hope for a safety car or a mistake from his championship rival Rambo, who'll be winning the championship as it stands. All the drivers now sort of spreading out a bit. These lot in the pit lane will be definitely praying for a safety car. Of course, GCSE maths tomorrow for everyone doing their GCSEs. I'm also doing non-calculate, well, weakest paper in general for maths, but it is what it is. As everyone leaving the pit lane now, as Corrigan's actually jumped Fresh. Oh, we've not even got the stuff up yet. I did this in tier 2 the other day. Didn't remember to put up the stuff. As Castro in the wall. He tried passing Samuel, I think, maybe made a bit of contact. And actually, no, I think he's kept it out. I have no idea. But look at Liam Hammond right up the back. of the Aston Martin of E.T. Rambo. By his gamer tag, it's a bit confusing at times. As look, he's now got the DRS. Will he be able to get close enough to make a move into turn 4? No, he is not. Mazepin just about keeping with these two, as look, Finn has dropped that second to Mazepin. Going through the long right-hander. Fresh is also on the lap right now. On the lap, what am I on about? Fresh is closing up. So Corrigan, that's what I meant to say. Look at Liam Hammond right at the back of Rambo as we're about to go into the final braking zone. Will he be able to get the move done into turn 1? So Rambo needs a high points paying position with Fresh not scoring to win the championship. It seems like Sideshow Samuel and Castro are going at it again. As we might see Liam Hammond make a move into turn 1, he does not, but Frosty getting past Finn into turn 1, getting the car stopped. A very nice move there from the Williams. Look, Mazepin's caught right up to the back of this top 2. Will Liam Hammond make the move? I think Castro's made a mistake. Has he got wing damage? I have no idea. It doesn't seem so. But look at Mazepin right up the back of the Ferrari's diffuser. Liam Hammond, of course, looking for the win. He's got nothing to lose out of these two, as Fresh has got into the points. Oh, as Mazepin touches the grass, luckily he does not lose the rear, and Liam Hammond now closer than he was last lap, as Matty and Finn are battling now. Finn has just dropped a whole load of pace. I think I know why. It's because of the 5-lap old softs he had, as Mr. Froston's gone AI mode. This could affect Matty here. As Liam Hammond closing right up to the back of the Aston Martin, going to the outside. Surely an easy move from the Ferrari, and it is. Matty gets past Mr. Frosty's AI. Finn is in the pit lane. His tyres had finished already. As look, Rambo now going to try to fight back against Liam Hammond. He is. Around the outside he goes. Will Liam Hammond try to be brave on the brakes? He has, but just cannot get it done. Mr. Frosty is fighting back against Matty. He gets the move done. But look at his ERS, very, very low. So the order of the top 3 stays the same as it was last lap. Finn's actually gone on to another set of softs. So he has to do a 2-stop from here. Let's look, Liam Hammond again right at the back of Rambo's Castro. And so Samuel make contact. Samuel's round. And that's probably going to be very hard for his race to come back now. Let's look at Mazepin. If Liam makes the move, Mazepin will make the move with him. So we'll keep on board with the McLaren driver as they're closing up to the back of Rambo. Mazepin nearly trying to make it 3 wide. Liam Hammond going around the outside. Rambo with some brilliant defending. Matty getting past Mr. Frosty. But we'll say with this top 3 battle, Mazepin lost a bit of time there. But here comes Liam Hammond. Rambo derating. He's got no ERS left. Oh, and it's contact. A bit of wheel banging between the two. As here comes Liam Hammond. Will he go round the outside? He has, as Rambo's backed out, but he's coming back. He's thinking about coming back at him. But just cannot get it done. So Liam Hammond now leading the way through the middle sector. So Rambo's struggling a bit. Look how close Mazepin is to him. As we are taking the long left-hander. All the dirt, yeah, maybe affecting Mazepin a bit there, or maybe our tyres overheating for the McLaren. As look how close he is to Rambo now. He's definitely eyeing up a move on the Aston Martin. He's opening up the DRS. Rambo's also got the DRS. Rambo's derating again, but they're closing up to Liam Hammond. Maybe 3 wide here if Mazepin sends it down the inside. He has. Liam Hammond leaves the room, but Mazepin has to go a bit wide. This could allow Rambo straight back at him, but no, it does not, as Rambo does not have the momentum to go around the outside. But he might think about a move down the inside. No, Mazepin defending it. Mr. Frosty gets past Matty, but it's still side by side now, going into the middle sector. Oh, there's a bit of contact between the two, both of them managing to keep the cars in the straight line. But that could have ended in tears for both of them. But Rambo losing the position to Mazepin there after Mazepin did an audacious dive down the inside. As Sideshow Samuels retired, this could bring out a safety car, and it has. Not what his teammate Rambo needs. So we'll have Fresh right back in the train. Oh, Mazepin is left. I'll invite him back to the session. Recently played with Mazepin. Invite to the game. As who will come out in front of who in all this pit lane mess? As Syndicate stays out, of course, Mazepin got into another set of softs. So he's going to be... Oh, but that's his AI, so of course it's gone into another set of softs. Social Samuel has left the section. As look at these drivers forming up behind the safety car, so you know what happens if you're a recurring viewer to my streams. Behind the safety car I do my football roundup. So in the Premier League, the only league still running, I think, doesn't have a championship crowned. Oh, Burnley are 0-0 with Aston Villa. Crystal Palace are 2-0 down to Everton. Crystal Palace are 2-0 up, sorry, to Everton. And Chelsea have equalised against Leicester from a Marcus Alonso goal. Final day football will be absolutely mental on Sunday. I think it was Sunday, probably Sunday. As Mr. Blue Sky and Hammy the Best coming into the building. Yes, it is on Sunday, last day. Everyone playing their final games, really. On the last day of the season. Some teams go up, some stay up. Some go down, some be crowned champions. And obviously if Liverpool beat Wolves and City lose to Aston Villa, Liverpool will be crowned champions. As the safety car will be in at some point. Coming near the end of this lap, maybe next lap though. So as they are rounding the final sector, will the safety car come in? No, it stays out for one more lap. No, safety car is in at the end of this lap. Bit of a late call in. So, when will Syndicate go? He's gone now. The Red Bull driver on the orange tyres in the field has gone. So going down into turn one, nothing has been made out of this top three. Mr. Frosty goes a bit wide behind Rambo, but here comes Liam Hammonds on Syndicate. Syndicate having to go round the outside. not being able to defend on the inside. But will that really matter as Liam Hammond has such fresh tyres and Mazepin thinking about going down the inside now, and he has. He's going to go around the outside. Oh, and he's made contact with Syndicate. Syndicate goes straight up into the path of Rambo. And luckily Ghosts. That could have been tears for Rambo. The end of the race for him if he did collect that spinning Red Bull. Look at Mazepin on those fresh softs. Absolutely flying up to the back of Liam Hammond. We'll have to make these fresher tyres and shorter lasting tyres work at Sui's advantage. As Willie go for the move into turn 1, he thinks about it. He's going to have to go to the inside, or will he chuck it to the outside? He just chucked it to the outside. He's going to go trying to switch back here maybe, having that so much more grip here. He's got to think about doing the move. Here he goes, down into turn 4. Liam Hammond has the inside, but Mazepin can brake so much later, and it gets the job done. As Hammond is best, gets past Corrigan. Finn picks up the first penalty of the driver still running. Look at Mazepin already 4 tenths ahead of Liam Hammond after one corner. Whereas Fresh is 6th. I think that is enough to get him the championship. As he is catching right to the back of Origin Finn as well. Liam Hammond will not be in DRS range if Mazepin carries on catching like this. Not catching, pulling away like this. But he has gained a lot back due to a lot of DRS usage there. So DRS obviously enabled now. Liam Hammond keeps within the DRS, but Rambo goes a bit wide. But Rambo definitely flying up to the back of the Ferrari. Ferrari struggling on these mediums as Rambo does not go for the move. Probably playing it safe, knowing that the title's on the line. That Rambo lost a bit of time there compared to Liam. We have Origin Finn right up the back of Mr. Frosty. As Liam Hammond has lost DRS now to Mazepin, unless he can gain it all back somewhere, maybe with more DRS usage. DRS usage. He probably won't be able to, you know. He has not got DRS, this could allow Rambo to attack him down these 2 straights now. As we have Finn making the move on Frosty, these two have been battling all race. Will Finn around the outside, braking. There's a bit of contact between the two. Frosty has to yield, and Finn keeps the position. Gains position. I don't know why I can't speak today. As Frosty fighting back though, cannot get the move done. But Finn's tyres will start to go anytime now. Let's look at Liam Hammond and Rambo. Train behind Mr. Frosty now. The championship leader of freshening. As will Rambo go for the move into turn 1. He can gain enough with the DRS. He's closing. He's going to chuck it to the outside, and he's got the move done well before the braking zone. But Liam Hammond will be able to fight back here with the DRS down the next straight, but just can't seem to get the power down as quickly as Rambo, but Hammy's the bestest out of the race, and that's another safety car. While the safety car's out, I'm going to go get myself a drink. I've no idea why it's just come in. But the show must go on. Alright, so let me get my drink. I shall be back in a second. Nothing has changed in the footballing scores, so give me a second. As I've got a fresh bottle of water, that's allowed Rambo to pit. The same with Mazepin and Fresh. They have now boxed onto the new mediums. Same with the cars behind. Mazepin definitely needed that to pit because he needed some new tyres because the softs would have not made it to the end of the race. Sorry about this, very unprofessional of me, but a safety car, so we have all this time to spare. Perfect timing. I come back and the safety car is in this lap. So when will Liam Hammond go? Taking the lead of the race now due to pit stops. So when will the Ferrari go? He's gone now. Oh, excuse me. Corrigan now fighting with Frosty into turn 1. Corrigan though backing out as Mazepin nearly goes into the back of him. We have Rambo and Fresh, the two championship leaders, battling for the same piece of tarmac. Anyone get some Hamilton Verstappen vibes? Mazepin right at the back of Corrigan. Corrigan on 14 lap hole mediums. Nearly done the whole race on that one compounded tyre so far. Alexander Albon. And does he need to box? No, he doesn't, because he went from the softs. So if he can make him last till the end of the race, it'll be very good for him. Mazepin now being right at the back of Corrigan. But Rambo and Fresh just behind the 3 championship contenders altogether. So this would write out Mazepin. He needs both of the other 2 not to score. Or, well, Rambo to get low points and Fresh not to score as he's thinking about the move. There was a bit of contact there. He's dived it down the inside. He's not managed to get it done, but here comes Rambo. The 2 championship contenders now battling on the same piece of the track. Going side by side there, not working out. But will Rambo think about it? It's turn 4, but no, Mazepin sends it on Corrigan as Rambo looking to follow him through. Fresh as well might think about it. But no, he cannot follow the Aston Martin and the McLaren through on the Mercedes. So now Fresh in a Mercedes sandwich. As here we have Mazepin now. He's caught right up to the back of Mr. Frosty. Liam Hammond having a big lead from this. Mr. Frosty not having a race pace so far. As here we go. Syndicate gets a 3-second time penalty. Here comes Mazepin. DRS not enabled yet, but it will be this lap, and it has been. As we have Fresh on Corrigan, this is important for the championship, that no contact has been made. Good for Fresh there. He's just within the DRS of Rambo as well. He'll be fighting Mr. Frosty. Frosty didn't get any DRS there actually, but Rambo is now through. So Mazepin and Rambo just leaving Fresh behind a bit, but Fresh will not worry as there's a good gap to him and these 2. We'll go straight back to the championship standing. Rambo is 9 points behind, so finishing 5th, that's 10 points. 5 added points for 13th. Mazepin 124 points. 22 points behind, so of course, yeah, needed a no score from Fresh, as Fresh now battling with Mr. Frosty, getting the move done on that Williams, as Rambo might be thinking about making an attack on Mazepin. No, he cannot make that attack work, but Frosty have not been able to get back past Fresh, so that is good for Fresh. Now he can try to get his head down and focus on the cars ahead. Burnley are 1-0 up on Aston Villa, sorry, so there was a change at the last minute due to an Ashley Barnes penalty. So if Burnley win, that could make really bad last day news for Everton. As will Fresh get within the DRS? No, he does not. Rambo, will he make enough progress on Mazepin, who's made amazing progress on Liam Hammond? We could see a four-way battle for the lead here, coming down into these final few laps, but not yet. We're nowhere near the final few laps as it stands. As look, Rambo closing. Mazepin just staying ahead. As we have Castro getting past Finn. He's gone a bit deep though, so Finn with a beautiful switchback, getting the Ferrari right on his toes. There was the Alfa Romeo. So Fresh has lost a bit of time actually. Is Fresh starting to struggle on his 5-lap old mediums? As look, Mazepin's got DRS on Hammond. Yeah, Fresh is not getting any DRS. He's further back than last up as well. But Mazepin closing right up to the back of Liam Hammond. As Willie tried to make the move into turn 1 now. He might be thinking about it. He is thinking about it. Down the inside, he thinks. But no, Liam Hammond defending very well. With the Ferrari power. Fresh gets a 3-second penalty. That could be quite big for the championship. Liam Hammond staying ahead of Mazepin one last time. One last time. One more time. But Liam Hammond's tyres are slowly starting to degrade. As you can see, there's a bit more of it graining on that Ferrari's tyres than the McLaren's. But Fresh 1.2 seconds back now. He's really losing time in this middle sector. Has he got the car set up all wrong? As the Cockroach Mazepin is up to the back of Liam Hammond now. Using a lot of the ERS. Here comes Mazepin. Surely going for the move into turn 1. He's going to get this done before the braking zone even happens. Rambo now got a car between him and the McLaren. As will Liam Hammond be able to get anywhere near the back of this McLaren and make a move? He's getting closer, but it's just like what Rambo was to Mazepin. Not close enough. Does Fresh have a bit of wing damage? What I'm suspecting. He's dropping time majorly in this middle sector. Corrigan's coming to the pit lanes. Liam Hammond could be on the ball on some poor tyres here, coming in the end of the race. This 3-second penalty can actually see Fresh dropping down to about P9. Not P9, P8. Very close. He has to gain the gap out a bit more. Liam Hammond just falling off the back of Mazepin. Mazepin really good out of that final corner as Mr. Frosty is in the pit lane. As will Liam Hammond think about the move this time round. Mazepin on the exact same ERS as last time. We could see a 3-wide situation here though with Matty, Finn and Castro. And there's a bit of contact between Finn and Castro. There's still a lot more as Matty has to go wide. Oh, that's Castro rounded in the wall. He's done that 2 times this race. And he's missing in the front wing end plate. As here comes Corrigan on Mr. Frosty. Will he get the move done? Will the DRS be handy for Liam Hammond here? He's surely got to use some of his overtake. He's not touching it. Oh, he's gaining. Just cannot get it done so far. Just needs a very good exit out of here. Cuts the corner a bit, but should be close to make a move. As Castro gets a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. Day going from bad to worst. But actually, due to that squabbling, Fresh has broken the 3 seconds to Finn. So that could see Fresh keep P4 and win the championship. Gap between the top 3. Liam Hammond losing so much more time. Look how much his tyres are starting to grain. Trying his best to catch up to the McLaren. braking as late as possible, but the tyres just aren't holding up for him. Just braking away from this, we could see Matty making move on Orange and Finn here. Finn gets a very poor exit. So Matty with the DRS, Finn is using overtake to defend as Matty stays behind. Will Liam be able to make it to the end of this race is my question. As we have Corrigan and Frosty side by side, no contact so far. And it's a good move from Frosty. Oh, sorry, that's my steering wheel causing me to look right. But no, Corrigan cannot get the Williams back. As here comes Liam Hammond. Will he get ever close enough to the back of the McLaren and Mazepin? No, he cannot. DRS is open for all three cars. Rambo getting so much closer to Liam Hammond, but still can't pull off the move. He might be able to here though, as Liam Hammond makes a mistake off the corner. No, again, just can't do nothing. As Liam Hammond picks up 3 seconds. As Liam Hammond's tyres are surely dying here. Probably screaming to get off the car. Castro picks up another 3 seconds. He just picked one up. DRS open again. Liam Hammond closing again, just not close enough. Or will he think about it? He is. Just not close enough again. He's right at the back of Mazepin this time. He's a lot closer than Mazepin this time. He's a lot more DRS as well. 2 tenths. Goes down to 1 tenth. Goes down to below a tenth. Oh, there's contact made. Liam Hammond round. Nearly connects Rambo and Mazepin gets 3 seconds. Oh, but Mazepin's made a mistake. This can allow Rambo down here. He's inside, it has. And Rambo has taken the lead of this race. Rambo gaining 10 points. And that will be enough for the championship, I think. Rambo could be winning the championship as it stands. I don't know if he will just yet. Rambo needs to gain 11 points, sorry, not 9. As he's been passed by Mazepin, but Mazepin does have that 3-second penalty. As Rambo coming back at Mazepin. Mazepin to the inside. Rambo leaves him room. But Mazepin gets to the curb and is round. As Fresh gets promoted up into P2. As it seems Fresh now definitely within a chance of winning this title. As look, Matty is catching right to the back of Finn. That has now let Rambo have a quite dominant lead over Fresh as Liam Hammond pits. As will Matty be able to make the move, as the cars are now really spread out. Due to this. But Mazepin not too far behind these two though. So here we go. Will Matty think about the move? He's the only guy within a second of someone as it stands. Will he be able to make the move? Finn derating, why doesn't he just use his ERS and pull away? Get past and pull away. But nothing being able to be done for this Mercedes driver. Mazepin back within the second now. Good equals an upset to these two. Now, has Rambo made a mistake? I didn't even realise Fresh is now within. Or is he just trying to hold Fresh up? Because Fresh could now drop a position to Matty. As Fresh gets the... Oh god, that was a voice crack. Fresh gets the move done into turn 1, but Rambo can definitely fight back here. He's using the DRS and the ERS. He's closing around the outside. Goes Rambo. Oh, and he's nearly taken out his championship rival. There's a bit of contact there as Matty gets past Finn. We look at the penalty situation. But 3 seconds for everyone behind Fresh. But could Rambo just be trying to hold him up into this pack behind? It seems to be that way. He is. He's getting on the power very late, but Fresh trying to go down the inside. Into the final corner, and look at Rambo. Tactical moves here from the Aston Martin driver, but could this be risky to himself? As Fresh getting the move done on Rambo down the straight. But look at these two. Rambo will definitely be thinking about getting past Fresh here, as he has gone around the outside on Fresh, getting the car stopped. Now he's back within a chance to slow him down again, but Fresh trying to fight back around the outside, not being able to get it done. But look at Rambo just not accelerating at all, but he's got a bit wide to allow Fresh down around the outside, but Rambo defending the fight well. But look at these three behind, closing in. We'll go back to the tyres. They're all on the same tyres now. Rambo needs a good exit out this final corner, which he hasn't really got compared to Fresh, but Fresh has been using a bit of overtake there. As here comes Fresh on Rambo. Could Matty maybe think about going for a move? He has. And it's contact between him and Rambo. Luckily he's managed to keep it a straight line. That's allowed Finn through and Mazepin. Let's look at Rambo trying to fight back now. Will Rambo get around the outside again as Mazepin and Finn behind are battling? Let's look at Mazepin and Finn squabbling for position here. Fresh not being able to get past Rambo again. Oh, and there's a bit of contact between Mazepin and Finn. As Matty gets a 3-second time penalty, that is not what Rambo needs. That is not what Rambo needs right now. But look how slow he is going through these corners, man. As Fresh nearly makes a mistake, this could allow Finn to attack the Haas, but no. As we have Fresh going for the move on Rambo. Could this bring Finn with him? No, it cannot. But down the inside goes Fresh, as Finn maybe thought about it there. It's a bit of contact, but no, cannot go for it. But is Rambo too far back here to make the move? That's the question. Will he have to send it? No, he's actually letting Fresh out of position. We'll check the warnings of Fresh as it stands. 1, 2, penalty plus warning. So he's only got 1 warning to his name so far. As look, Rambo down the inside. A late send from the Aston Martin, keeping ahead of the Haas. But has he left the door open? No, he has not. As we're about to start final lap of the Grand Prix, is Rambo tactically going for the DRS. As look, he has left Fresh unaware. Could he bring Finn along with him? As Fresh is derating. As Finn is trying to go around the outside, he cannot get it done, but Rambo now leads the way, going very slowly, trying to let Finn through, but Finn now has 6 seconds of penalties. So we could see an absolutely audacious send from Finn. Oh, and it's contact! Fresh in the wall! Fresh is out of the race! Finn out of the race as well. Rambo, as it stands, will be your championship winner. He will win the championship as it stands. The Fresh getting taken out on the final lap of the Grand Prix of the title decider. Oh, and look at Mazepin! He's taken out Rambo! Mazepin saw how unfair that was. He's taken out Rambo, and Matty will win the Grand Prix. It'll be a Mercedes 1-2, so that means Fresh will be your championship winner. Because of what has just happened, I have no clue what is going on anymore. Oh my god. Mazepin's just straight line Fresh. As we have Matty coming across the line to win your Brazilian Grand Prix for today. Followed by his teammate Corrigan and Mr. Blue Sky coming from last to third. What has just happened? Fresh wins the championship as it stands, due to no stewards' inquiries. I have no idea what has just happened. Will Liam Hammond be overtaken by Syndicate here? No, he will not. What the hell just happened? It's going to be all kicking off here, isn't it? Oh my god. I have no idea what's gone on there, and my throat hurts. It's made my headache worse. But it's for a worthy cause, as there's an argument on who is world champion. Oh my god. I still have no idea what just happened. I am in shock. This is all kicking off in the chat. Finn saying it was Fresh's fault. Oh God. It's all kicking off in the tier 10 chat. Rambo saying he deserves the championship. Finn saying that the crash was Fresh's fault. And now Mazepin's just told Rambo that he shouldn't drive here. But the title should be Rambo's. He had nothing to do with the Fresh incident. Yes, he slowed him down, but it is in the rules that you're allowed to do that. What a finale. What an ending to the tier 10 championship. Ziracorium. What have I just witnessed? I have no idea, mate. I have no clue. I literally have no idea what just happened in those final few laps. It was all about one slowing down the other. Oh my God. Rambo's having to justify his collisions. Not collisions, sorry, slowing down the Fresh. But it is in the rules. You can do it. Just look at Perez last season for Verstappen and Hamilton in 2016, slowing down Rosberg. It is dangerous. There was no damage given. Can do it. I have no idea what just happened. Well, thank you everyone for tuning in to this tier 10 race. One of the best finales I have seen. Insane what happened in that final lap. As that'll be it for me, FBS Steve F1. Thank you for tuning in. Come back next season for the new game and season 13 of WOR. I'll be back in the comms box, hopefully, of a different tier, maybe the same tiers, I do not know. But thank you all for tuning in and watching this finale. That is it from me. Thank you and goodbye.